Hi guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to work with our balancing today. Oh, sometimes that can be a bit daunting, can't it? But we're gonna take it easy, use a wall, grab a chair, anything. Just start working on that muscle memory, okay? I had a mat out and then I realized I was wearing all black on a black mat. So I'm not gonna be using a mat today. So if you don't have one or you don't feel like using one, you don't have to. You can be all over the room with these balancing poses today, okay? So we are actually going to start on hands and knees, as weird as that sounds, okay? So we're gonna come to hands and knees. Planting those hands down on the earth. Notice how my wrists are lined up under my shoulders, my knees are under my hips. I want you to inhale, take it to a nice easy cow, soft on the body. Exhale to your cat, draw your belly button to your spine. This is an important pose. We're going to utilize our core in our balancing. So make sure that you really are focusing on drawing that belly button up to your spine. Inhale, easy cow, let that spine drop a little bit in that low back. Exhale, cat. Couple more. Inhale, take it to an easy cow. Exhale, cat. Pull your belly button to your spine. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Okay, and then we're going to inhale and walk our hands back. Now, for some of us, sitting back on our heels is just not going to happen, right? So if that's the case, I would like it if you could just come up here, up on your knees. And if that's not possible either, then find a seat that works for you. Honor your body, okay? Making sure that you make that commitment to yourself during this practice, that you honor where you're at today. We're not going to make any judgments, or at least we're going to do the best we can to not make any judgments. We're just going to be present. Okay. Remember that balancing is about play. We are going to play. Enjoy the process. Fall out of it. Come back into it. It's okay. All of it is okay. You know, I remember somebody teaching me one time or saying to me one time while skiing, if you don't fall, you're not learning, right? And the older we get, the scarier falling is. So that's why I encourage you to find something to help support you. But it's also a really good thing for our bodies to come out of the pose and go back into the pose. Like I said in the very beginning, building that muscle memory. Okay, so take one more breath here. On that next inhale, if you're up, just go ahead and stay up. The rest of us are going to join you. Okay, so we're going to inhale up. Arms are reaching up to the sky. I'm going to step my right foot forward. Push on my right foot, step my left foot forward. Okay, then to come down, I'm going to exhale, come down onto my right knee, soft and easy. Bring my left leg around. Okay, let's try that again on the other side. Bring your left leg around. Push into your foot. Maybe curl your right toes under. Lift and bring it forward. Good. Then take your left leg back. Easy on the knee. And bring that right leg around. Good. Go ahead and release. I think I'm going to stay sideways. All right. Next, balance. This is going to make balancing on our feet seem like a piece of cake. Okay, we're going to sit up nice and tall. I have to climb like 3 flights of stairs to get up here. And being an asthmatic or having asthma, sometimes it's a bit challenging to start recording a video when I feel like I'm just from climbing a couple flights of stairs, but we'll all get through it together, right? Okay, here we go. One hand on our chest, one hand on our belly. Take a big breath in. Exhale out. Now we can just notice in this moment of pause, this beginning of our practice, how did it feel to you to just hop right into some movement? Did it throw you off balance? It kind of puts you out of sorts, where you're like, wait a second, where was my place where I centered myself and got ready for my practice? Here it is. Just center yourself. Get ready for your practice. Take one more breath. Okay. We're going to slide those arms down and out to the side. I want you to focus on this section of your body, keeping it strong, okay? Keeping your core strong. We're going to shift all of our weight onto our right leg. I want you to lift your left leg off of the floor. And I'm doing this for real, in real time. So there's going to be some wobbling. There's going to be some falling. Don't use me as your drishti. Excuse me. Remember, drishti is your point of focus, your non-moving point of focus. Okay, go ahead and exhale and release. Okay, don't use me as that because I will certainly not be non-moving. I will be a wobbling. Okay, all right, bring it tall, core strong and tight, arms out slightly, shift your weight onto your left leg, lift that right leg up off of the floor. You're also going to find that you have much more stability on one side of the other, one side or the other. That is just as common as the grass being green during spring. Okay, go ahead and exhale, release. All right, release off of there for a second, shake those legs out. There's gonna be a lot of shaking happening. So if you got some good music that you can shake to, I would highly suggest you put that on. Okay, one more time, inhale, come up. This time we're gonna play a little bit. I'm going to just leave you some time to practice. I'll show you. We'll practice one together. And then we'll just have some time to kind of play around and see how it goes. So we are going to balance on our knees. We're going to work with bringing our leg all the way around and back, trying not to touch the floor. Trying. There's no fail if you touch the floor. Okay? There's no fail at all in any of this. So hands to the hips or out to the side. Shift your weight to that right leg. We're going to lift our left leg. I got to bring my hands out. We're going to bring it around. Find your focus, your drishti, your non-moving point. And then bring it all the way back. And set it down. Ooh, okay. Other side. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Obviously, I can't bring my hands to my hips. So I'm going to bring them up to the side. And I'm going to take that right leg. I'm going to lift it. I'm going to bring it around. I'm going to bring it back. And I'm going to set it back down. Okay? Okay. So let's go back to the left. I'm just going to watch the clock. We'll just do it for a short period of time. However many you get in is great. And then we'll switch to the other side. Okay? So here we go. Arms out, core strong, shift your weight to your right leg. See if you can bring that left leg around. And see if you can bring it back. Now, maybe you can really challenge yourself and don't set that left leg down for the whole 30 seconds that we're practicing this. We got 5 more seconds. If you've got one more in you, go for it. Oh, and then bring it back and relax it. Shake out that poor right leg for a moment. Okay, I don't know if yours is feeling like mine, but okay, here we go, left leg. Okay, shift your weight onto that left leg. Right leg comes around. Right leg goes back. And please, do you want to set that leg down every time? At any point, set it down. Please remember that this is your practice. This is about you and your relationship with your body, mind, and spirit. And then go ahead and release. Nice work. Nice work. Inhale, arms up. Let's center ourselves, palms come together to heart center. Big breath in. Exhale, open mouth side out. One more time. Exhale. Release those hands. Slowly begin to come up on your feet. Oh, up to standing. Oh, those knees. Again, shake it out. Move it around. And then find your way to your mountain pose. Let's take big toes together and leave just a small space in between our heels. Let your shoulders relax. Palms facing forward. Soft knees. And close your eyes. And come to your breath. One more breath. Exhale all the way out. And as you do, slowly begin to blink your eyes open. And come back into the room. Good. Hopefully you felt that even that was a balancing pose, right? When our big toes are touching, there's, this kind of wobbling action that's happening, right? Finding our bearings. When our feet are a little bit closer, when our foundation is thinner, there's some more challenge there. So if ever you just need a moment to play around with your balance, have something close by that you know is there for your reference, and close your eyes with your big toes touching and let your body find its center of balance. Excellent daily practice. And we're going to stand tall, and here's our checklist today. I'll remind you a couple times. Oh, who am I kidding? I'll probably remind you every time. But your leg is squeezed, okay? So squeeze every muscle that you can. Your glutes are engaged. Your core is drawn in towards your spine, belly button towards spine, and your collarbones are broad, okay? That's your checklist. Squeezed, squeeze, engaged, broad, okay? Okay, so we're gonna stand on that right leg. We're gonna work with a one-legged mountain pose today. So stand strong, spread those toes wide, squeeze, squeeze, engage, broad. Let's lift that left knee to hip height. I'm gonna turn sideways. Okay, flex that left foot. Find your drishti, your non-moving point of focus. Stand strong, fall out of it, come back into it, wiggle, use something for support. Remember, this is about building our strength and our stamina and our focus. Remember to breathe. Exhale and release. Okay, bell. Shake it out a little bit. I'm going to turn just so you can see that I really am doing it. Stand strong, squeeze, squeeze, engage, broad. That's fun. And we're going to take to the other side. There's nobody else in this room. I'm literally just laughing at myself. I'm not sure I should have admitted that to you guys. All right, here we go. Lift that right leg. Knee is hip height, foot is flexed. Oh, check in with that hip. Make sure it's right underneath you, that you're standing strong. Finding your focus and breathing. Try not to have a death grip on the floor with your toes. Exhale and release. Good. Ooh, pop. Shake it out. Okay. Back to your mountain pose. Big toes touching. A little space in between those heels. Shoulders are soft. Relax down your back. Close your eyes. 3 breaths here. Exhale all the way out. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Let's stand on that right leg again. Squeeze, squeeze, engage, broad. Okay, we're going to lift that left leg again. I'm going to take my left arm out a little bit farther and a little bit higher. Right hand is gonna come to the outside of my left leg, and I'm just gonna guide that right knee and see if I can, or left knee, I apologize. Left knee, and see if I can bring it, excuse me, right in front of my right hip bone. I'm gonna hold it here. And if you want a bit of a challenge, you can look towards the left. Core is strong. This is one where that core kind of begins to relax a little bit. So pull that core in nice and tight. Inhale, everything comes back to center and release. Good, shake it out. Okay, here we go. Other side, we're kind of banging out those balancing poses today. Take breaks whenever you need to. Pause if I'm going too fast, okay? Strong on that left foot. I'm squeezing the leg of my glute. I'm engaging my core, arms out. I'm gonna inhale that right leg up. My right arm shifts out, and I'm gonna bring it and see if I can, whoa, already fallen. Back into it, here we go. See if I can bring that right knee in front of that left hip. Okay, and then if all is going fairly well, maybe you can bring your gaze to the right. Ooh, waving tower. Last breath. Good, bring it all back to center. And release. Whew, shake it out. See, fell out of that one twice. Maybe 3 times. It's okay to fall out of it. It really is. The reason I say that is because I used to think it wasn't. I used to think I had to hold that pose the whole time. And if I fell out of it, I failed. It's so completely the opposite of what is true. So if you fall out of it, awesome. Celebrate it and come back into it. Come back into it a bit stronger. Come back into it now with a bit more confidence. Hey, I've been there. I know what that pose looks like. I can get back into it. Okay? No failure. None. We're going to take that word out. It's gone. Okay? Okay. Big toes touching. Heels slightly apart. Relax those arms. Stand up tall. 3 breaths. Close your eyes if you'd like. Maybe lift your toes. Add a whole new element of challenge. If you're holding your toes up, exhale, relax them, and slowly open your eyes. You guys are doing great. Okay, right leg. You're gonna take it into tree pose. So now remember, we're not building up to any of these poses. We're not stretching. We're not doing all of the things that we typically do as yoga instructors to build up to a pose. We're just kind of going into each one. So really make sure that you're just being cautious. You don't have to go 100% into any of these poses. 70% is great. 60% is great, okay? So I'm gonna stand strong on my right leg. Everything is squeezed. I'm gonna take my left knee and turn it out to the side. So for me, I'm just gonna leave it right at my calf. A lot of people like to bring it up to their inner thigh, and if that's you, go for it. Squeeze your glutes as much as you can. Rolling, okay? Engage the belly, and arms can stay down, or we can inhale them up to the ceiling. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe deep, hold it here. Squeeze that right glute a little bit more. Really pull that right hip underneath you. Exhale and release. All the way. Go ahead, shake it out. Shake it out. Roll the shoulder every time. Every time. Just a little bit of movement goes a really long way. All right, left foot. So let's come back, okay? We're focusing today. We're finding joy in the movements, okay? And we're keeping ourselves as strong and stable as possible. Those are our goals today. So squeeze the leg, squeeze the glutes, turn your right knee out to the side, bring it up. Just make sure, all I care about is that that heel doesn't rest right on your knee. That's a big tree pose no-no. So don't let that heel rest on that inner knee, okay? Tall, we've got our checklist going on. Inhale, arms up. Try to lose the death grip on the floor with the toes. Squeeze your glutes. Belly pulled in. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers this time. Leave those pointer fingers out. One more breath. Good. Exhale and release. Beautiful, you guys. Beautiful. All right. One more tree pose. This time we're going to throw a little bit of change into the mix. So I'm going to get close because you probably won't be able to see me. When we bring our arms up over our head and the left knee is out to the side, we're going to take our right arm up and we're going to bring our left hand to our right wrist, and you're going to bend your elbows as much as you can. Okay, so this is what your arms are going to look like up overhead when your left leg is out. When your right leg is out, we'll just go other side. Okay, all right, so here we go. Standing tall and strong on that right foot. We're going to take our left leg into our tree pose. Okay, inhale, arms up overhead, and your left hand comes to your right wrist, and those elbows bent. Then I want you to take a big deep breath in, and we're going to add even more here. As you exhale, I want you to see if you can hinge to the left. And I am not going to today, squeeze your glutes, but there are days where maybe you can turn your head to the right and look up at the ceiling, or turn your head and look at your knee. I need to focus on my drishti today. I'm feeling very out of balance. And then we'll inhale, come up, and exhale and release. Gorgeous. Beautiful, you guys. Nice work. I know you did it. I can feel it. Okay, here we go. Left foot. Stand up nice and tall. We're going to turn that right knee out to the side. Draw it up. Engage. So now remember, this time your right hand's going to go to your left wrist, right? Inhale, arms up. Right hand to left wrist. Go ahead and bend those elbows above your head, framing your beautiful head. Take a big breath here. Don't lose the squeezes and the engagements. And exhale, hinge to the right. Try to lose the death grip on the floor with those toes. I'm saying that, but I'm still death gripping today. So it's okay to death grip if you need to. One more breath. Oh, on your next inhale, come up. Release those arms and those legs. Yes, and shake it out. Nice work. Take that right arm across your chest. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, side out. Take your left arm across your chest. Give a little pull, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, side out. Release those arms. Take those arms up overhead and rotating so you can see. Interlace those fingers back behind your back. Chest expansion. Maybe you can draw those arms up a little bit higher. Breathe here. Good. Exhale and release. Okay, remember what I said. We aren't warming up. We're hopping into each balancing pose. It's a lot more challenging on our bodies. So we're going to come to dancer's pose next. We haven't stretched out the quads. We haven't spent a lot of time opening the shoulders. So just be really kind to your body. Also, if you have a strap, if you can't get a hold of your foot and you have a strap, you can wrap your strap around your foot or your ankle and get your leg up like that. Whatever modification works, you can use something to hold on to. And sometimes I've seen people, when they're really tight, they get their foot like up on the wall and then they can reach back and get a hold of it. Might be an option for you, okay? Or you can just hold your leg up. That'll work too. So here we go, dancer's pose. I'd like you to stand strong on your right leg, engage your leg, glutes, the core, and really make sure you broaden your chest with this one. It's very important. I'm going to take my hand out to the side like this, and I'm going to see if I can catch the inside of my foot into my hand. If you can't, that's fine, okay? Please just wherever you're at in your practice. My right arm's going to go up. Remember, we're going to about 60 or 70%, right? So I'm going to stand up strong. I'm really going to engage that right leg. I'm pushing my right foot hard into the floor. And I'm going to start to press my left foot into my left hand. And as much as I'm pressing my left foot into my left hand, I'm also reaching and energetically pressing out through those right fingertips. On your next inhale, start to come all the way back. Try not to let that foot snap out of your hand. And release. Mountain pose. Shake it out. Challenging one, yeah? It's challenging. I feel like it is. Okay, here we go. Other side. I'm gonna watch. I have this weird sloped ceiling here, so I want to make sure I get my hand up. So a little weird angle here. Okay. All right. My right hand is out to the side. See if I can catch the inside of that right foot. Inhale, left arm comes up. Okay, beautiful dancer's pose right here, right? Big breath in, engage your glutes, your core, and your belly. Broaden your collarbones, start to press that right foot into your hand. Good. And as much as I'm pressing energetically into my hand, out through my fingertips, down through my left foot, breathing here. On your next inhale, slowly come up. And exhale and release. Ooh, I don't know about you, but it is a wobble day for me. Big toes touching, heels spread wide, not super wide, just not touching. Mountain pose. Allow your eyes to close. One extra breath, please. Exhale all the way out. Slowly begin to open your eyes. And we'll come down to the floor. I'd like you to challenge yourself to try to come down without using your hands. So I'm going to take my right leg down. And then my left comes back around. And I'm going to come to all fours. Okay, back to all fours. Where we started. Let's take a couple cat-cows. Focus on pulling that belly button up into your spine. Last one. Okay, inhale to your tabletop position, your neutral spine. Okay, our core is nice and engaged. Everything is strong. We're focusing. Take your right leg straight back behind you. Flex your foot. Okay, leg is parallel to the earth. Gaze is to the earth. Spine is long. Keep that energy flowing from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Take your left arm out in front of you. Balancing table. See if you can point your pinky toe to the floor. Exhale, release. Back to tabletop. Okay, little shake, right? Every time, in between, every time. Take it to the other side. Left leg goes out, long. parallel to the earth, pinky toe pointing down to the floor. My gaze is to the mat so that my spine, the energy can flow all the way up and down it. There's no breaks in energy along my spine. Right arm comes up in front of you. Find your focus. Continue to breathe. Don't hold your breath. And exhale and release. Nice work. Okay, we're building up here. So we're going to take our, I think I will take left leg just so you can watch it from this side. I'm going to take my left leg. I'm pivoting on my knee. See that my left leg is moving. I'm going to take my left leg out and to the side. We call it a kickstand, right? Usual kickstand. I'm going to plant my left hand firmly. My right leg goes long. And I'm going to inhale, right arm up to the sky. And then if you can, I'd like you to also lift your right leg, flexing your foot. And if you really want to challenge yourself, see if you can lift your left foot up off of the floor. Exhale, left foot, and right hand. Back to tabletop. Nice job. Other side. Right leg kicks out, right hand plants, left leg goes on, left arm reaches up. Okay, see if you can lift your left leg. And if you want to challenge yourself, lift your right foot. Your gaze can be straight ahead, down to the floor, up to the ceiling. Strong in your body here. Strong in your mind, strong in your focus. One more breath. My right foot is shaking. Okay, release your right foot, your left hand, tabletop. Curl your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. And we will walk our feet and our hands towards each other to the center of the room. Palms come together to heart center. Inhale. Stand it up. Okay. This next pose, I have nothing, is very challenging. In fact, in one of my classes I just taught last week, I asked them, which pose do you dislike the most? And this was the pose that they disliked the most. Yay! That's balancing half moon. Okay, so you might want a block or a stool or a chair to place your hand on, give you a little more height, a little more balance. So if you want to grab a tool of intelligence, as my yoga instructor friend Haley says, please go ahead and grab a tool of intelligence. And we will start with our right hand down. So you're going to put it, if you have your mat, you're going to put it at the front of your mat. I'm going to take my right toes, and we're just going to pretend I have something there, okay? I'm going to take my right toes, and I'm going to turn it to face what would be the short edge of my mat. And then I'm just going to step my left foot back as if I were heading to warrior, or yeah, warrior two, but I'm not. I'm going to begin to bend my right leg. And I'm going to put my right hand down to the floor, to the block, to a stool, to a chair. And I'm going to begin to inhale with my left leg like we just did on our knee, right? And then the left arm. Now, I am not going to do two sides today. So if you'd like to try to lift your right fingertips up off of the floor, please feel free. I'm honoring myself today. I know I'm in a place where I'm a little out of balance. Had some stuff, so I can tell my body's reacting. So I'm just going to keep myself supported on the floor today. But you know where you're at, and you know what level of challenge you can bring yourself to. So I would implore you to play around with that. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. And then we're just going to soften our bodies as we release ourselves back. Palms together to heart center. Inhale, stand it up. Excellent work, you guys. And feel free to play around with that some more if you'd like. It's a hard one. It's a challenge for a lot of people. Certainly challenging today. All right, left foot, as if I have moved my block, my tool of intelligence in front of me over here. My left foot is now pointing to the short edge of my mat. I'm going to take my left hand to the floor and begin to slowly straighten that left leg and reach that right leg and right arm. And I know I'm not giving a ton of cues today. I'm kind of leaving it up to you. I just want us to be a little bit more playful and organic, maybe not so rigid today, even though we're balancing. I don't know. Finding the yin and yang in this practice today. Breathing. Holding yourself strong. 2 more breaths. Exhale, slowly come down. Oh, and bring yourself to a forward fold. Shake out your head. Breathe. Maybe a little sway. Inhale, monkey pose, hands to the shins, chest out in front of you, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, forward fold. Engage your core, arms out to the side. Inhale all the way up, high mountain pose. And exhale, arms to your sides. One last balancing pose today. My most challenging balancing pose, which is not saying much because obviously it looked like I was challenged in all of the poses today. We are going to work with Warrior 3, but a version called Standing Stick. Okay, so I'm going to get low again real quick so you can see me. So we're going to stand at the back of our mat. You're going to inhale your arms up overhead and you're going to squeeze your ears with your biceps. And you're going to interlace your fingers and leave your pointer fingers out. So it looks like this. Okay, so go ahead and inhale, arms up overhead, squeeze your biceps, interlace those fingers standing at the back of your mat. We're going to inhale, step our right foot forward towards the center of our mat. As we do, we're going to shift our weight onto that right leg, lift that left foot, flex that left foot as we were doing in our balancing table. Reach those arms out in front of you. Squeeze everything to center here. As you inhale, lift up and step all the way back to your mat with both feet. Arms released to your sides. Good. Shake it out. Nice work. Yay. Last side, last one, last side, last one, last side. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Interlace those fingers. Leave those pointer fingers out. Squeeze those ears. We'll step forward with the left foot this time. Towards the center, hinge and lean. Flex that right foot. Try to keep yourself as squared up to the floor as you can. Inhale, come up. Step to the back of your mat. Exhale, arms down. Oh, a couple rolls of those shoulders. Shake out the arms and the legs. Little victory shake that you did it, that you made it through all of those balancing poses. You gave yourself grace. Nice work. Let's come down to the floor. Have a seat in a cross-legged seated position. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Ooh, stretch out those glutes. They worked hard for you today. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to your body. Okay, and go ahead and switch legs. Left leg is in front. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Your next inhale, walk your hands back. Good. We'll take those legs, stretch them out in front. We're going to come all the way onto our back. Maybe a little bit of a back extension here, just because we really use that low spine, our low back. So we're going to get a little stretch here in this low spine. We're going to take it into happy baby, okay? So at first, let's just hug those knees into the chest. Flex your feet. Keep your spine long here. Take a few breaths. And if this feels good, if you're feeling pretty tight and you just want to hang here, then go ahead and just take the time to stay here. If you want to try to shift it to a happy baby, we're going to lift our head and our shoulders. We're going to reach up and catch the outside edges of our feet. Okay, we're going to pull our feet apart. So now it looks like my shins are fairly perpendicular to the floor. And my thighs are pretty parallel. And then I'm going to release my head and maybe my shoulders will follow. I'm going to draw down or pull down on my feet and feel that extension in my low spine, my low lumbar spine. Okay. I'm going to let my breath carry me into the stretch of my low back and my hips, even in my legs. Close your eyes. On your next exhale, we'll begin to release those feet, but not to the floor. Go ahead and hug those knees back in. If it's uncomfortable for you to twist with your legs up like this, then by all means, please place your feet on the floor. I'm going to take I'll go the other way. I'm going to take my left arm out to the side. My right hand is going to guide my legs over to the right. Oh, gaze to the left. Breathing. It feels good. Close your eyes. Give your body the opportunity to relax, to sink into the floor. On your next inhale, let's bring it all back to center. Take your time. Take your time. Hug those knees in for just a moment or place your feet back to the floor. And then the right arm will come to the side and we'll take those legs over to the left. I'm a big open mouth, side out kind of girl. I love the release that I feel in my body with that type of exhale. Sometimes I feel like it's a signal to my nervous system, like, oh yeah, you can relax here, honey. You've done really good. You've worked really hard. Here's your cue to relax. Maybe that's a really long exhale for you. Maybe that's just an intentional exhale for you, but focus on What cues and signals and messages that your breath is giving to your body and your mind? And your next inhale will bring it back to center. I'm going to take my left foot to the floor, cross my right ankle on top of my left thigh. This is how I like to figure four stretch. You can certainly wrap your hands around your left leg, but I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to bring them on top of that right shin, and I'm going to use my left leg to press back. Okay, now a lot of people wrap here, and that's great. It's just too strenuous for me on my shoulders and my neck. So I like to hold on to my shin, give a little pull down and back. And then that way my shoulders and my neck are not stressed out whatsoever. And I'm still getting a nice stretch along the outside of my right leg into my glute. Sometimes it can be a little tough on that left leg. It's doing all the work. You can certainly put a block or something under your left foot too to help. Couple more breaths. And then exhale, we'll softly release. Left foot comes to the floor. The right foot comes to the floor. Windshield wiper those knees from side to side a couple of times, working out that energy. And back to center. All right, let's finish her up this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're doing this practice. Let's take our left ankle on top of our right thigh. I'm going to take my hands over my left shin. Oh, push back with that right leg. Oh, man. Some good balancing today, you guys. You guys did great. It's not easy. So good for us, though. It's just so good for our bones and our muscles, and it's good for everything. Your mind. Proud of you for doing it. I hope you're proud of yourself for getting on your mat today. Good job. Take a couple more breaths. And we'll exhale, release the right foot and the left foot. Windshield wiper a couple of times. And Shavasana. Take those legs out in front of you, arms up overhead, full body stretch. And then arms come down. Walk your shoulder blades down and underneath you. Back of your hands are what makes contact with the floor so that your palms are open. Energy and receiving. Also helps to put those shoulders in an anatomically correct position. Legs are relaxed. Mindfully fidget, please. Mindfully fidget till you find that right Shavasana for you. Allow your eyes to close and sink deeper into the floor. Feel all the effects of your practice, all of the grounding work you've done, feeling strong and stable and secure in your body. I'm just going to leave you here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like today. Take your time. Spend a few moments here. Relax. Breathe. Thank you for joining me again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.